Welcome back to the Cream Spot. My name is the delicious Nicolicious, and I'm here with DJ Rob Dog.
Yep, I'm here. What's up, everybody?
He's the diggity dangle master.
The dangliest.
My dad sent me a text message. He said, because he's been working on your truck for about 7 years, and he sent me a text message that said something about I picked up. He called you Dangly Rob. Old Dangly Rob. We got a Corn Cob Bob. Corn Cob Bob Rob. We had a bunch of wild names for you there in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we keep them coming.
Yeah, so you guys, you may be wondering where, first of all, if you got puffy nipples, turn this fucking shit off because we're tired of non-fitness males listening to this thing. You're dragging the neighborhood property value down by being here with puffy nipples. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
A lot of guys come up to me, they say, do I have puffy nipples? I said, if you got to ask, then yeah, you got them. So get them away from me. That's all I got to say.
We like them long and strong.
And ladies, if you're here and you have a husband with puffy nipples, I would recommend some type of dating app, like Tinder. What's the other ones? I've never even used a dating app before.
Let us know how big the dildo is you use on them.
Oh, no. No. That one looks like it might hurt. A lot of stuff to cover this evening. We have 2 episodes we're going to do. So if halfway through this one, we start, the beginning of this one, if we start talking true crime, and then halfway through it, we start accidentally talking about aliens, just know that we have good intentions in our heart whenever
we're
here doing this.
We're not professionals by any means, but,
No, we mean well.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Kind of have someone kind of famous halfway royalty joining us on the next episode.
Yeah.
But you tune into that one if you want to hear that one. If you're here for the Wiener Eater, because that's why I'm going to name this one.
The Wiener Eater?
The Wiener Eater. iTunes will be like, I don't like that. Them boys are nasty.
They definitely wouldn't.
How about we say hello to our new Patreon subscribers?
Sure.
Jacob Cervantes. Jacob, thank you so much for your Patreon pledge. That's Jacob, isn't it?
It is.
Jacob Cervantes. Thank you, buddy.
Alien named Thud. Thank you, Thud.
You remember him? What episode was he from?
Early.
Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Yep. If you want to hear about Alien, we have another little character on the show named Thud. He was an alien. Huge penis. You can check him out in the Skinwalker Ranch episode. He's there. Sarah Goldberg. I wonder if there's any relation to Bill Goldberg there. The worst professional wrestler in the history of all the world. Sarah, you're way better than Bill Goldberg. Thank you for your Patreon pledge.
Aaron White Thunder. Okay.
And his profile picture is a dog. Very cute looking dog.
Can't hate on that.
Got the White Thunder. The White Thunder from down under. Daniel Hall, Daniel, thank you, buddy. You're the best. Love the haircut. The mullet looks like a mullet from here. That might be your kid. I can't really tell. The profile picture's real small. Love you, though, buddy.
Jen likes it in the bottom. Thank you very much, Jen.
Jen Bottom.
Jen Bottom.
Isn't that a band in the 90s?
Jen Blossoms.
Oh, okay, yeah, same thing. What song do they sing? What was their good song? Oh, man, I can't remember. Jen Blossom.
I'm going to know the second I see it. Oh, it's,
Hey, Jealousy.
Hey, Jealousy. Yeah, Hey, Jealousy.
Jealousy. Yeah, that's it.
That song's a banger.
It is a good one. Okay, next up we got Erica Fassa. Erica Fassa? Fassa. I'm your Fassa. Thank you, Erica.
Thank you. Victoria Jeffers, thank you very much.
Lisa P. Powell. Lisa Powell, thank you for the Patreon pledge and the chicken bones and the rubber gimp suit you sent to the P.O. box. We really appreciate that. It
came in handy this past weekend.
I accidentally left those on for a long time. Not good sweating in one of those suits, but thanks, Lisa. So whenever, the internet's out on that computer again.
Cool.
Let's fucking launch that thing somewhere.
At least I'm already loaded up, so it's good.
How about this?
Sure.
This episode is about the German Wiener Eater.
Mm-hmm.
You can take that either way, because in Germany they got a lot of Wiener Schnitzel, which is really good stuff.
Yep.
Really, really good stuff. There was also, I'm in a Facebook group and some guy approached me about podcast advice.
Okay.
And I talked to him, and he did like a 10-minute spiel on his show. They're brand new. They're just getting going. They did like a 10-minute spiel talking about us.
Huh.
All good stuff.
Okay.
So go check out the Rad Dads podcast. The Rad Dads podcast. They cover.
Thank you, guys.
It's they cover. When I listened for a little while, they cover like being a dad, being a good dad, like trying to manage your kids' screen time, managing how much candy they're eating like all good stuff that you and I should be doing.
Oh yeah.
But this is the stuff we give our kids so they'll go away and leave us alone for a little bit. You're like, I'm trying to beat my wiener and you kids won't leave me alone.
Been there.
All my kids do right now is play Among Us.
Yep.
That's all they do. But I learned how to play last night.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good times.
I wish I had a username I could give out and be like, go play with us on Among Us and we'll fucking, I'm the imposter, I'll kill you.
Yeah, just gotta have the fucking codes, but
yeah,
it's different every time. So
my username right now is old fat dad. And I got the Elmer Fudd hat. And
I had to change mine around a little bit because I was playing on PC and one of my kids were playing on my phone. So I think I named the one on my phone Poop Stick.
I like you can change it before every match. That's great. Dick Sack Tit Nugget is what I'm going to be tonight if you guys are looking for me. Oh, Dick Sack Tit Nugget.
You got to be the brown character too, just so you look like a turd.
I maintain the brown complexion with the Among Us here. Well, here's the thing. We had a really cool episode planned this evening, and we're going to go through with it. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
How foreshadowing here. I'm not going to spoil the episode for you guys, but this article, Sheriff, cannibals lured victim to cabin in Oklahoma woods, performed illegal castration. 2 men were accused Wednesday in a criminal charge of performing an illegal... What the fuck? 2 men were accused Wednesday in a criminal charge of performing an illegal gender reassignment surgery on a volunteer at their cabin in the woods and then keeping the body part in a freezer, possibly to eat later. Bobby Lee Allen, 53, and Thomas Evan Gates, 42, arrested October 15th after going to the hospital in McAllister to try to visit the victim. LaFleur County Sheriff Rodney Derryberry.
Oh, God. That's a fun name.
I can't make this up. This is so real. If you said, hey, what do you think we're looking for a random sheriff name in Oklahoma. What do you think his last name is? I say, I think it's definitely Derryberry. Oh, kick me right in the Derryberry. I can't say it's cold activity, the sheriff told reporters. It's something that we have never in my career run across in this part of the country. It is borderline some type of activity. We know there's a lot of rumors out there, but at this time there's no danger to the public unless you're looking for gender reassignment surgery. The 28-year-old victim had flown from Virginia to Dallas and then was driven to the cabin in southeast Oklahoma for the surgery. A sheriff's deputy reported in a court affidavit the victim had made contact with Allen through a website while searching online about castrations and related terms. Have you ever watched a gender reassignment surgery on YouTube?
Can't say I have.
That is one of the few things that I've found on YouTube that really made me turn my head back, if you know what I'm saying, buddy. Because that is all bad. That is all rough.
Oh, yeah. I don't want any part of that.
They grab the head of your dick and they stretch it way up in the air and they cut around the bottom of your helmet and they just roll the skin down so it looks like an ostrich. It's just like a really skinny long neck with a big old fucking head on it.
No, I'm not about it.
It's all bad. The website requires registration access in a... Sorry, we've been having power problems here all for a long time. The website requires registration to access. In the registration box is a welcome note from the eunuch maker and the EM crew.
Damn squeaky chairs, man.
I know. The victim reported Allen claimed to have 15 years of experience. I've been cutting off wieners for 15 years. And that he videos the procedures for personal use. Oh, my God. According to the affidavit, the victim also reported Allen told him that the surgery wouldn't cost him anything. Hey, this ain't gonna cost you shit, boy. You let me keep that dick, we'll call it even. The victim told investigators that Allen performed the removal October 12th on a covered makeshift table at the residence, and that Gates helped by handing over the surgical equipment, according to the affidavit. Ratchet. The victim said he was awake for the 2-hour surgery after being injected in the needed areas. The victim stated that after the surgery was over, that Allen said that he was going to consume the parts and laughed and said that he was a cannibal. The victim said that Allen then talked about the time he worked on someone that he described to be crazy and that he left the mail open up to die overnight. So consider yourself lucky, buddy, because I think there's other ways to go about getting your wiener removed.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking the guy for wanting to have it done. I just think there's someone's cabin in Oklahoma. That seems like a pretty bad spot to have your dick removed.
I would definitely say so. Yeah, that's for sure.
And how crazy is it that this is one of the good articles from this week with the topic that we're covering? How much sense does it make?
I'd say it's very fitting.
It makes a lot of sense. One thing I would like to touch on right now that isn't inside Rob's underwear is this past weekend was his birthday. Happy 30-something.
Yeah.
I know how old it is, but I don't need to put it out there. I don't need anybody trying to steal your credit and shit.
Yeah.
You can have my credit. Don't take Rob's.
Low mid-30s. No, 34. No big deal.
Oh, God, so much fucking older than me, dude. The whole entire year older. Yeah.
They don't feel that way, man.
Yeah, no, I feel old. Like, it hurts.
I have my days.
I see, like, little spots when I tie my shoes and stuff and I bend over. So I got to get the snow boot crank boots that my work boots got the cranks on them like the snowboarding boots.
Hell yeah.
It's a lot easier that way. And another problem I've been having recently is properly wiping my ass. We don't need to talk about that.
No.
That's what I'm dealing with.
I've been there.
What we're hoping to do is give you 2 episodes this week, right around an hour each, is my hope. What do you think, Rob Dog?
Sounds fucking fabulous to me.
Do you have anything going on in your world right now that you want to talk about? That you want to bare your soul to the people listening?
No.
Okay. I have one thing I would like to say.
I don't ever have anything going on. I'm just here for the the fun times.
I get it. I had a friend write me today. His name's Alex.
Mm-hmm.
He and his wife are having twin children.
Okay.
They've been having everything's okay, but they've been having a rough go at it. They've been having to go back and forth for a lot of appointments and stuff.
Okay.
And not on top of it being your first kid, it being twins, that's a real kick in the fucking nuts. It's going to be beautiful.
For sure.
But goddamn it, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
And it's going to be trying, and it's going to change your world, but it's going to change your world in a beautiful way. But he wrote me today. He said that she's been listening. They've been listening together to us, and it's really cheered her up. She's been having a hard time, having, kind of been down, but just fucking pushing through, being a tough chick. But she's been listening to us, and she said it's bringing her a lot of joy, and it's helping them get through it, the hard times of it. So I say to you two, I love you both so much. Yeah. Keep on keeping on. Those kids are going to be assholes because they've got that father.
It'll be all worth it.
It will be, especially at 3:00 in the morning on a Tuesday when they're both crying at the same time, and your stupid ass husband didn't go to the grocery store and get diapers like he's supposed to, and you got one left, but you got 2 kids. That's when you take his work shirt and you start wrapping around their bodies, so he has to smell like baby dew on his way into work the next day.
Babies are, in my experience at least, babies are really easy. But once they hit around 2 to 4 is really bad.
I don't know. I think it's quite the opposite.
Nah, man. Our babies, well, I guess it depends on the people, but I love babies. They're so easy. All they do is eat shit and sleep. That's it.
I've never had a baby eat shit in all of my years of being a father, 3 kids. Never have I said that baby just ate shit.
They'll surprisingly put anything in your mouth, anything in your mouth that you put there.
There was a comment in there somewhere. I think, was that a niner I heard?
Did I hear a niner?
My first one, I hate. I love her now. She's my best friend, but I hated fucking hated her when she was a newborn. She just cried all the time.
Oh, yeah, I mean, see, I didn't have any of that problem.
But I don't think she really cried all the time. It's just because it was my first kid and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then she would sneeze and I'd say, oh my God, we got to go to the ER.
Yep.
Funny story, she went like 13, 14 days without pooping, something like that. But she was breastfed, so it was a little bit normal.
Okay.
And so we took her to my doctor, my family doctor, and he's a big dude. He was the football doctor when we were in high school. Yeah. Big old dude. So what's he do? He takes her diaper off and he sticks his finger up her butt to stimulate her bowels.
Yep.
And he was a lineman in college. He's a big dude. And I was like, oh my God, she's a baby. I knew if he put his fingers in my butt, I would pass away. I would fucking die there on the table. They'd have to put the defibrillator up my scrotum.
What if after he did that, he was like, wait, so what'd you bring her in for?
Yeah. He's like, he just boom, put his finger up, nothing happened. She's dude, shrieking like a banshee, man. Just, hurting because she's had a fucking pork chop shoved up her butt. Pork chop fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he says, well, if nothing happens in the next few hours, next 24 hours, you're going to need to take her to the emergency room. I said, thanks, Doc. If I need another finger shoved up her ass, I'll bring her back here and pay
I know right where to go.
Yeah. So that night, she just really, really cried, really whiny. The cool thing about him is he would give us his personal cell phone. We would call him at night. When he was in bed, he would always answer, take our calls. As first-time parents, that means a lot from a doc. That meant a lot to us for him to do that. So he says, just in the morning, take her to if you can make it through the night, take her to the ER in the morning. So that's what we did. We get to the ER, and the lady's like, how can I help you? And I said, my baby hasn't pooped in about 13 days. She said, oh, my. Well, fill this out, go sit down, and we'll get you back as soon as we can. So I sit down, put her on my lap. My wife takes the clipboard, and she's like, I'll fill it out. Because, they got better handwriting than us, whatever. It's nothing. I got fucking better handwriting, but I don't want to debate it right now on this podcast.
Yeah.
So she's on my leg, and I'm bouncing her, just trying to keep her happy. And then I look over at my wife, and I said, babe, she just farted. I think we're on our way. She said, what do you mean she farted? I said, I smell it. She farted. She said, oh, well, that's good. That means she's producing something. I said, yeah, that's real good. I keep bouncing her, and I said, man, God damn, that was a good fart. This fucking stinks. And I look down, and my boots, my Doc Marten brown boots, are covered in shit. Covered in poop, dude. I said, where the fuck all this poop come from?
You're like, did I shit myself?
Yeah, it looked like a mastodon shit in the fucking room there, dude. And I hold her away from me, and she pooped so much that it exited her diaper. It came out of the top of her diaper and started to curl over like a squirrel tail. It was curled out of the back of her jeans, and the shit was like, it looked like there was a cinnamon bun on the back of her jeans all swirled up, and there was like shit all over the floor. And this whole I'm bouncing her, I'm just stomping in it, just stomping the shit and smearing it all over the place like I'm in a fucking mental hospital. And I'm like, oh my God. And I take her to the bathroom. And my wife follows me. She's got shit between her shoulder blades. It's like the little baby curls at the bottom of their head. It's in their fucking baby curls.
Oh, man.
It's down between her toes, and she had shoes and socks on. I don't even know how the fuck it happened. So she's like, and then we hear, Alexander. I'm like, they're calling us back. So I go out there. I'm like, we don't need it now. And the nurse is like, what? I said, we don't need you anymore. And she's like confused, and she's like, oh, she starts looking at the chart. I said, we were constipated. We're not anymore. And I shut the door. And,
like, oh, yeah, you got a mess out here.
And I went back out there, and I went to the front desk lady. She's like, she pooped it. And I said, yes, she did. She pooped a lot. You're going to need your janitorial, custodial arts.
She hazmat suits.
You're going to need your custodial arts department to that bathroom right there. Because there is hot fudge all over the place. There is breast milk shit up and down your walls. And how we arrived to that point, I have no idea how we got to that point.
Man.
Yeah. All right, so man, I really have a stench this evening, Rob Dog, and I just want to apologize for that.
Hey man, yeah, I can. It's wafting over this way. It's okay.
It's rough. This story is about Armin. Wait a second. What's his last? Do you know how to pronounce his last name?
I do not. It looks like Wayless.
No.
Meiwes. It's German. I don't fucking know.
It's actually an M. I misspelled it in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Meiwes.
Meiwes.
We're going to call him Armin. And Muse.
Armin Hammer.
Meiwes. The German name.
We could look it up, but that's a lot of work.
Completely had it all figured out earlier. I said, I got this motherfucker's last name figured out. But I lost it. Armin was from Zimmerland, Essen, West Germany. He was born December 1st. Same birth date as my wife, 1961. He's a lot older than my wife, thank God. And she's never done the things to me that he's done to other men. Armin's crime was caused by the access the internet gives to all of us. And you and I are a testament to that. It's oftentimes we have to go to...
According to Wikipedia, it's pronounced Meiwes.
That's it. Meiwes.
Or Meiwes.
Yeah.
Maives is how the pronunciation is.
That's pretty cool. Meiwes. Yeah, Meiwes. That's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like I was saying, much like you and I have to go to some really deep, dark places on the internet sometimes to figure out these stories or the examples of evidence, various things. For instance, I've told the story on this podcast before where I sold breast milk on Craigslist.
Yeah.
That happened. You can...
Your own.
It was my goats. my practice goat. It's did you ever have a practice goat growing up?
Nope.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's a goat you fuck.
Okay.
You can find people to kick you in the nuts on the internet.
Yeah.
You can buy car parts on the internet. You can buy anything. You can buy used tires.
Used women's underwear.
You
can even find big fat ladies to squish you.
You can find a lot of stuff on anything you want done to you or anything you want to do.
Isn't it great, man?
It is.
Can you imagine having to do this back in the day? Like eat someone's dick? Like you want to eat someone's dick? How do you?
No,
you can't just put that in the newspaper.
Oh yeah, the classifieds were wild back in the day, man.
Yeah, they really were.
Fun. I got so excited every Sunday because I would run out and get the newspaper and I would look for used guitar equipment in the classifieds.
Right.
And I get so excited. There would be nothing. There would never be anything. Then some guy would be like, Jackson Dinky Reverse, $19,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. What the fuck? No, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that, Dad. But yeah, you can buy, and like I said, you can get used tires. I come from a very long family line of auto industry professionals.
Mm-hmm.
And my uncle used to have this giddy up where he would do used tires right when Craigslist was coming around. And it was kind of a scam that he had me involved with.
Go figure.
So he would put these tires for sale on Craigslist. And then he'd have these people come to his junkyard to buy the tires.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would oftentimes help out of the junkyard, and he knew they were going to be there. He would kind of disappear. He would kind of go away. And then he would have me tell them, he would be like, when they get here, tell them you have to go get your uncle. Okay. So they would get here and I'd say, you here for the tires? They say, yeah. I'll say, he's in his office. I got to go grab him. They say, okay. And then I would go in my uncle's office and I'd be like, hey, they're here. And he'd be like, shut the door. And then he would fuck the shit out of me. Right? My fucking ass, dude. Right there over the table.
Good old pork knuckle.
Casting couch style. He'd say, bend over at the waist and show me your butt and your vagina. And I'd say, Uncle, I don't have a vagina. And he'd say, show me that butt, pussy boy.
Turn your asshole into a tire.
There's not going to be any tread on this motherfucker when I'm done with it.
I'm about to put some miles on that bitch.
I made up all that story. I only have one uncle that would do that to me, and I wouldn't let him do it. So, anyways, back to the story at hand. You can find people with similar sexual fantasies as you as well. And like you said before, what the fuck did we do before we had the internet? Like, How did our parents find other parents that wanted to swing? How did I don't think my mom and dad were ever, I'm for certain that never happened in my house, but fetishes didn't just start when the internet started. That stuff's been around for a long time.
Yep.
So I'm thinking you're at the supermarket and you see some other dad, it's Halloween, he's pumpkin shopping, and you're just like, hey, you like putting pumpkins in your ass too? And he's like, yeah, I do. And then you say, you want to come to my house on Saturday night and smoke 420 and fuck each other with pumpkins?
You just sit there all day and just find the person who's looking longingly at the zucchinis.
Oh,
we got a winner.
That's the one. How far up my butt do you think I can put this gourd? Gourds are ugly, dude.
They really
That's
are.
the ugliest thing in the entire world.
Yeah.
They look like they would feel horribly going in your ass. And much like these stories normally start, Armin had a really weird and lonely childhood. And Armin, he's the main character of the story. He's quite the fucking dick eater, if I do say so myself. Oh man,
I love to put you out the pasture.
Yeah, we're gonna have a situation here in the Brawlhalla Studios. From the day that Armin was born, Armin's father didn't take any interest in him at all. So it's always fucking daddy issues, you know.
Of course,
you're losing. You can get you a gas mask over there.
I know. Oh shit.
Armin's father only remained in his life until Armin was about 8 years old, and he went out for milk and cigarettes, and the motherfucker never came back.
I feel you there.
I've thought about it before.
I know.
My wife's like, what took so long at Rite Aid? I'm like, I was jerking off behind the dumpster because I don't ever get any fucking privacy around here. Have you watched the new Borat?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Oh, God.
We got a new TV, and we don't have Amazon Prime, but the person whose Amazon Prime we use, their info was saved in our old TV. Since we got a new one, I'm just too chicken shit to ask what the password is for again. Like, hey,
I know you fucking hate me, and
I really want to watch Borat.
It's so funny, dude. Oh,
yeah.
I got about half an hour into it. I had to turn it off because there were kids in the house.
Right. Kids
weren't in the room. That's how bad this movie is. Because they were in the fucking house. I had to turn it off. I'm afraid of them seeing.
That's how it was when I watched Bruno.
Oh, I haven't seen Bruno.
Oh, dude, Bruno is crazy.
This Borat 2 is brutal.
It
is. It's really funny. I'm really looking forward to getting to the
I
Rudy.
was going to say that's the main thing I want to see is the Rudy stuff.
I saw some clips for it. It looks like he's trying to sauce her up a little bit. He's trying to.
Yeah.
That old.
Of course, he went out and said everything that was on there is fake, and even what's his name? Guy that plays Borat. No.
Oh, Sacha
Baron Cohen. Yeah. Even he was like, it's pretty clear what's going on there.
You do, yeah. That guy's just a level above, man.
Yeah,
he's out there. I love it. So his dad went out for milk and cigarettes. One crazy thing about Armin is he had a really unhealthy obsession with the Hansel and Gretel story growing up.
Okay.
And do you know how the Hansel and Gretel story goes?
I do.
There's a witch that takes an interest in these kids, and her intentions are to eat Hansel. I don't think it's her intentions to eat both of them. But she constantly is pumping Hansel full of food, just like my wife does to me, pumping him full of food to fatten him up.
That's the best way to live.
So she gets a good meal out of him. And Armin was particularly obsessed with the Hansel and Gretel story, but he took a really hot interest into the fattening up of Hansel.
I love it.
Really into that. That's a really weird thing to be into as a kid. But that's what he was doing.
Yeah, there's people that are really into. They're called feeders. They're really.
Is that what I am?
They're really into that. They just want to get like someone real fat,
like plumping them up.
Yeah, the thing. Man.
I know what you're talking about, man. That might be what she's doing to me because fuck, some of the stuff she makes. She says, "What do you want for dinner?" I say something healthy. Oh, how about I make orange chicken? I got a Panda Express recipe. That doesn't sound healthy at all. That sounds just as fucking fattening as the shit that I get from Panda Express.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been doing a lot better. I shouldn't complain for someone just making me food.
Yeah.
It's all delicious.
Yeah, we've been eating a lot of keto meals because she has to go on this keto thing, and she's doing real good. I'm not minding it, but I mean, I'm not sticking by it. You know what I mean?
A lot of bacon.
I love bacon, so I'm fine with it.
That's the thing about ketos. Every keto recipe I find, they're like, ingredient number 1, bacon. And I say, oh yeah. And they say, ingredient number 2, cream cheese. And I'm like, why the fuck do we need to put cream cheese in all of our goddamn shit? It's not.
That is true. That's in a lot of stuff.
Cream cheese goes on a bagel. It doesn't go in a chicken casserole. I don't like the way cooked cream cheese takes.
Yeah, I get that.
Because I don't know if you know this, you're kind of not as well traveled as I am, but that's what comes out of a woman's vagina when they get a yeast infection. It's cream cheese. I heard a guy talking about it in middle school. He said, "Get the fuck out of here and go to the bathroom and wipe that cream cheese out of your panties."
So gross.
Oh, no. That's why I don't like cream cheese. But that's the same thing that goes in my boxer shorts when I get a yeast infection, too.
There you go.
Cream cheese. So moist. With his, we got to get going here. With the father out of the picture, his mother took on a central role in his life. Anytime your mother is the central father figure in your life, something's a little fucking backwards right there. I'm sorry. There's a lot of women that do a really good job of carrying a family alone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, plenty of them.
There's a strong role that a father can play in a child's life, and they can be missing out on that with their dad not being there, for certain. But it soon escalated beyond a central role. His mother would often yell at him and berate him in public, and she was exceptionally strict. Armin's mother, sorry, I'm just drinking this beer and it's making me really gassy in my chest, and I'm thinking I'm going to puke vomit. I don't know. Armin's mother wouldn't allow him to go anywhere alone, even accompanying him to friends' houses for play dates.
Oh, wow.
Which was when he was much beyond the age of needing someone like that to go with him.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
That's a little weird. I'll be out in the driveway waiting for you to get done. To help make up for the void that his father left behind, Armin created an imaginary brother named Frankie. It's German, so it's probably Frankie. Or Frank. Armin later would recall Frankie was a great listener.
Oh, yeah, naturally.
He listened to everything I had to say.
He does not say much, but he listens very well.
And he would listen to all of Armin's fantasies and weird quirks. Now, the age of 12 is a very formidable time in a young man's life.
What if you had an imaginary friend who didn't fucking listen?
Hey!
How does that work?
Why don't you ever listen to me?
All you do is talk.
You're an alcoholic, aren't you? Did you ever have an imaginary friend?
No.
I never rocked that shit, dude.
No, man.
I would pretend to see shit that, kind of mean stuff, and I would, run through the house fighting it. But that's just part of an imagination.
Right, yeah.
My mom's like, "Why are you shaking the goddamn floor?" I'm like, "Guys, I'm 7 years old and 225. There's a goddamn ghost in the...
No, I never even, kill it. I don't think I've ever even thought about having an imaginary friend.
I didn't either. I had a brother that we took baths together, and we were pretty close. His name's Ryan. I oftentimes talk about my older brother in this show. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of really funny exchanges with him.
Right.
Because whenever he came back from college, I was all yacked on steroids and just want to fight him all the time, and he was just scared for his life. It really made for good TV. I had a younger brother. Listen to this story. Not a lot of people know this. Okay. I don't know if I've ever told this on the show before. My mom and dad had my older brother.
Mm-hmm.
They nearly lost my mom on the operating table.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they said, after she had him, she said, the doctor said, "You are done having kids. This boy you just had fucking destroyed your insides. You cannot have any more children." All right. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
But they kind of got a better prognosis as the years went by. But then enough years went by where they didn't have kids, or 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "All right, well, I guess the game's over." Then here I am coming out 10 years later. Mm-hmm. They're like, "Oh, well, we got you a sibling, but he's 10 years younger than you. So you guys are going to have nothing in fucking common."
That's a big gap.
It is a big gap. They got my mom's tubes tied after they had me.
Oh, okay.
Lo and behold, one more time, they got pregnant with my little brother.
Wow.
And he's a year younger than me. Whenever I'm 30, he's 29. And people always ask, "How far apart are they?" And I always "We're 5 months apart." And some people are like, "Wait a fucking second."
How?
But yeah, we're super close in age, and we're not twins. He's a lot taller than me. He's a lot dumber than me. No, he's a redneck guru. The guy can make a lawnmower go 90 miles an hour. Because that's one life skill everybody needs.
Yeah.
Now back to the age of 12. This was back when I was we were seeing each other naked a lot. You're learning a lot about yourself at the age of 12 as a boy. You're experiencing the feeling of attraction for the first time. It's also a time in a person's life when they realize they're in some shit that might not necessarily be normal. For instance, I stole some porno mags from my dad's transmission shop, stuffed them inside of a couch in my bedroom that I had. It was a love seat, and whenever I wanted to beat off, I'd have to rip this cushion off, and I'd dig down the couch, and I would get the porno mags out. I think they're still there.
Sweet.
We should go on an excursion to see if we can recover those magazines.
All right.
For sure.
Let's do it.
But nothing. These were old porno mags. These women had very large brush.
I was going to say they were heavy on the bush.
They had brush fires, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know what when it hits. I don't think I have any weird fetishes, Rob. I think I like my toes sucked. I think I probably would like to have my toes sucked on. I would probably shave my toe knuckles for that.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't think I have any weird fetishes. No, I don't. I'm thinking about it right now. I definitely don't. Bearskin rugs, that would be really cool too.
Ooh, that would be.
Yeah.
Romantic.
I don't know what happens, or when it happens, where it happens, to make someone think like, oh, I want to shove a crack pipe down the head of my dick. So many fucking weird things.
There's some weird shit going on out there, man.
Really weird shit, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know when it happens in a person's life, but I would have to imagine it happens in their teenage years.
I would think, yeah.
Take on these.
What I want to know is if it's something that just like escalates, or if it's like one day you're just like, man, I really want someone to stick a plunger on my asshole.
I think it does escalate, because I know when I was a bachelor, I would just like, any normal bachelor, take care of myself to some pornography.
Yeah. And
then sometimes I'd just say, this porn's
just gets old.
This is getting boring. Let's see if we can find some hamster porn. And you're just like, I'm going to try it one time. And then you beat off to the hamster porn one time, and you just lay there with your soggy dick in your hand, and you're just like, why the fuck did I just jerk off to hamster porn?
Yep.
That's the saddest thing I've ever beat my meat to.
Post-cum regret.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, man.
I grab it and I try and put it back. Like, try and
start shoving it back
put
in.
the genie back in the fucking lamp. No, man. But yeah, 12-year-olds, they're fucking weird, dude.
Yeah,
and it's a really strange time in their life. But it was at this age that Armin started to have some sexual fantasies that weren't necessarily normal.
Okay.
At the age of 12 is when Armin started to fantasize about cannibalistic encounters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Cannibalistic encounters. The first person who he vented to about these cannibalistic desires was his imaginary friend, Frankie.
Of course.
You always know just what to say, Frank. On growing up with an imaginary brother and Armin's fantasy of slaughtering and eating a boy, he says, quote, and Armin's done a lot of interviews over the years. Does not speak a lick of fucking English, so he couldn't use any of it. He says, over the years, I would add various components. The boys were also people I found attractive, who I imagined as my brother. And then I thought, if they were to become a part of me, I would have to eat them. Okay. At the age of 12, Armin began to fantasize about eating his friends so they would become part of him and stay with him forever.
Or at least until he had to shit.
That's the way that works.
Yeah.
My wife made us chicken tortillas, or white bean chicken chili, and I said, there's some corn in here. That's a nice touch. And she said, it's going to be in your shit tomorrow. Thanks, Doc. He said that he has these desires. He has these desires to cannibalize people because of the intense loneliness that he felt as a child. It was an extreme urge to keep someone with him at all times because he was always so scared of being alone.
Okay.
That's a sad, but it makes...
Also weird, too.
It makes sense a little bit, I guess.
I've
never really wanted to eat somebody before.
Yeah.
Yeah, man! I'm gonna eat ya! In 1999, when Armin was about 38 years old, his mother unfortunately passed away. When she died, she left him their large mansion in Amstetten. That sounds very German to me.
Yeah.
For the first time in his life, he was completely alone. Uh-huh. Although his mother was very controlling when she was alive, he still loved and adored her very much because she was all that Armin ever had. Now, after she died, he constructed a shrine inside the home, complete with a plastic mannequin that he would lay on as a pillow every night.
Oh, that's weird.
I bet his mom had some big old titties. Big old German udders.
Oh, yeah.
Dunkels. Is that what no, that's a beer, right?
That's a beer. Yeah.
Okay. Big old Dunkel's definitely named for big tits.
It is. Yeah, I would think so, too.
Big old floppy 60-year-old mom boobs. That's a Dunkel. What that is.
Give me them dunkels.
60 and under, not a Dunkel.
No.
And oh, Lord, this episode of the Brohio Podcast is brought to you by the ones that get us up and get us going. That's Blue Chew. A long, long time ago when you were a younger man and you were ready to rock and roll, round it and pound it, anytime she was ready, you were ready. But then you got a little older, you got a little less impressive in the bedroom. If you're ready to take her to places she's never gone before, get that confidence back in the bedroom, listen up, guys. I'm here to talk to you about Blue Chew. They bring you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they are chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill, so you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises. They're made in the USA, and Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctors and, all that awkward stuff. Right now, we've got a special deal for all the Brohio listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment absolutely free. That's right. Use the promo code Brohio. You're just going to pay $5 shipping. Send us a screenshot, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. We're going to send you some free stickers. Again, that's Blue Chew, BLUE, chew.com, promo code Brohio. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the Brohio Podcast. Make sure you use that promo code Brohio at BlueChew.com. I know a lot of us don't like to talk about mental health. I am included in that group of people. Oftentimes, the things going on inside your head are stopping you or hindering you from achieving your goals and even happiness. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect with them in a safe and private online environment, so it's so convenient. I myself connected with our friends at BetterHelp, and it could not have been more perfect for me. And when I mean that, guys, it's so much cheaper than the alternatives we have in our everyday lives. They're going to help you get in a place mentally where you're proud and happy and you're not fighting the things internally that you were fighting alone before. You're going to connect with them in a safe and private online environment, so it's very convenient, and you can start communicating with a therapist in under 24 hours. It's not self-help, it's professional counseling. You can send a message to your counselor anytime. You're going to get a timely response. You're going to get a thoughtful response. You're going to be connecting with people that care about you. You can also schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. They have a wide range of professional counselors in anger, family conflicts, grief, self-esteem, stress, trauma, sleeping, relationships, depression, whatever you are dealing with inside your head. They have someone that can help you. Anything you share is completely confidential. I can't say enough about the professionalism and the convenience of BetterHelp. It's also far more affordable than your typical counselors and therapists. And in fact, so many people are connecting with BetterHelp right now that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Listen up, guys. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener of the Brohio Podcast, you'll get 10% off their already low prices your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/Brohio. That's 10% off your first month. All you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/Brohio. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Brohio. Also, with the death of his mother, he finally got some more privacy because his mom was constantly in his ass.
Cock blocking.
I think they were definitely having sex. And when I was watching this documentary, he talked about, she just, every night she wanted a drink, she wanted a pill, she wanted an aspirin, she wanted something to eat, she wanted lotion, she wanted her hair pulled back. He was just complaining that this bitch always wanted something from her.
Right.
Well, she's old and she's dying. Yes, she needs stuff. Take care of your mom.
Sure.
Okay? And he was just complaining about it. He said, I could never even fucking fart sideways without this bitch, like, about to die. And he said, well, you know, when he's talking about when she died, he said, oh, she had chest pains, and I gave her an Advil, and then she died. So he just was very, very matter-of-fact about it. He didn't really care. That I think he was a little bit hurt that she died, but he had a lot of relief because he could finally kind of
beat off wherever he wanted.
Get online and start doing whatever he wanted at this point. So he gets this newfound privacy, and he discovers internet pornography, or as some of you may call it, porn. Now, this is right about, 1999, year 2000. Not quite what it is right now, but it was definitely a Wild West at that point. That's kind of when the internet was like, okay, here I come. I'm the internet. Let's beat off the hamsters. Tired of beating off to normal stuff? Let's do some snake sex. Let's watch people poop on each other. I don't know when 2 Girls, 1 Cup came out, but that was about that time.
There's always every niche you can think of.
Yeah, that's another one, man. I just don't know when someone decided, like, hey, I want you to poop on me.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
I don't like that one at all. Oh, we had an email about someone that got pooped on.
Oh, okay.
Let me, because we asked in the last episode, we said, if there's anyone out there that likes to be pooped on, please send us an email. He says, don't use my name. Oh, he says, you can refer to me as Isaac. Okay. So Isaac says, the subject says, I've never eaten it.
Okay.
Then he goes on to say, but I've had it in my mouth.
Oh.
I've let 4 women have a bowel movement in my mouth on many occasions over the past 8 years. You can tell this guy's completely serious, too. I love it. I love every bit of it. I have a few criteria. The women have to be healthy, and I've had to verify that it is firm either visually or by putting my finger up her ass.
Oh, God.
He has to verify that it's a solid poop.
So if your finger comes out creamy, you know it's not happening.
I've had pretty successful and educated women do this for me, and it was all done by women I've been in a relationship with, so not a hooker and no money has been exchanged. If you want to know more, just ask. Feel free to use this information however you choose. Just call me Isaac.
Wow.
He's had educated women shit in his mouth. What did your Monday consist of, Rob? I bet it wasn't that.
No.
Dude. Fucking getting... What are you doing tonight? I'm going to let some chick shit in my mouth.
It's okay, she's educated.
I'm going to gargle her poop because she went to Yale. You ever gargle poop from a Yale chick before? Better than gargling poop from your dad, I guess. Dude, I couldn't do it. I had to wipe my daughter's butt today, and my finger touched the browns, and I was having no part. I was screaming and gagging, dude. I don't like poop.
I'm not a fan of it, man.
Don't like it.
No.
I think it's funny to make a big one. I like the smell of my own brand, okay? Don't like the smell of other people's poop. Someone unleashes a really thick fart around me that I can taste, I get mad. I will fucking fight you right now. I will body slam you through a table if you fart and it's hot and nasty. But that's what I do to people all day long, though.
Right.
So it's kind of, yes. Also, with that privacy came the newfound discovery of internet pornography. Right off Jump Street, Armin was immediately into pain and torture pornography, and some of you might not be too privy to any type of torture porn.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do right now is this is a clip from some torture porn that I found on Pornhub.com.
Okay.
It's 2 men repeatedly getting kicked in the nuts.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get this going right here. So it's just
they're walking up to 2 naked dudes in gimp masks. Oh. That was both of them getting kicked right in the balls. Their bushes even bounced whenever they kicked them.
Their arms are chained up above their heads.
Yeah. Their hairy dicks are just laying there. Flopping around like Gonzo's nose.
Yeah. Oh, they're switching it. This guy on the right.
Oh, dude, he's doubled over already.
This is 2 minutes and 11 seconds in. Kick him.
Dude, there's no way. I'm sorry, but I would hit them women.
Oh, dude. I would come up. I know they're not really chained up. They can come off that chain anytime they wanted.
Yeah.
But I would definitely come off that chain and fuck them up for sure.
Right.
Ain't kicking me in the nuts like that.
Okay.
But
hey, if that's your thing, man, that's your thing.
I kind of watched a little bit of it earlier just so I could, scientific research and stuff.
Sure.
The guy on the left hangs in there, but the guy on the right, after the first kick in the nuts,
he's doubled over.
He instantly regrets.
Yeah. The other guy standing up tall, he's taking it.
Seems like some kind of situation that you and I would get into. Like, all right, you want to make a video? We're going to let our wives kick us in the nuts. They're not really going to kick us, though. The fat guy on the right's like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll try that. The first 9-inch stiletto to the nut, he's just not. It was all bad at that point.
Ugh. Porn bloopers are really good. You ever watch porn bloopers?
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. I want to be a porn blooper one day. It was through his affection for this type of porn that he happened to find his first chat room full of people that love to be shit on and kicked to the nuts.
Hell yeah.
He even found a chat room strictly about cannibalism. I thought about this for a moment. How can you be into something you've never really done before, Rob Dog? For instance, he has this cannibalistic desire to eat someone, and it's kind of his sexual fantasy. But then I thought about it. Not that me and 4 other guys is my thing, but if it were my fantasy, I've never tried it. So how would I know that that's my fantasy? That doesn't stop you from wanting to try it.
Right.
Much like anime. You're really big into anime. You've never fucked an anime character before, but you still beat off to anime. So why,
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Hard to make sense of it. But it is what it is.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't answer the question as to what
the human mind. Very complicated thing, my friend.
I think it's equally as much the fact that, and this may be the majority of it, is the fact that the thought of doing something you're not supposed to.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to look at it for sure.
Maybe that's what it is, because obviously nobody's just like, well, I'm not going to say nobody, but the average person's not like, man, you know what? I want to eat some guy's ass. I want to eat his butt cheeks, snack on his dick and balls.
Not eat his ass. You want to eat his butt cheeks.
No, his butt cheeks. That's why I specified. Yeah. I mean, I've said I wanted to eat a dude's ass before, but I never said, man, I want to fucking bite into them butt cheeks. Give me some of that rump roast.
Jason Momoa, I want to eat his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
his butt cheeks.
Yeah, no, I want to eat his ass. The Rock.
I might let him shit on me. I'm not going to.
The Rock, I'd let shit on me.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a big old protein shit.
I was going to say, that'd be a brick. A big brick turd.
It'd collapse my chest.
It'd come out and give you the people's elbow.
There's a very small list of men that I want to poop on me that have not pooped on me already. The Rock is on it.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel is not. So
Brad Pitt's on mine.
Yeah, dude, he's perfect.
Yeah, he's a great
cool.
god.
Him and Johnny Depp, they're just cool dudes, man.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey,
I'll
Leonardo
tell you
DiCaprio.
who else I like a lot? Fucking Rob Lowe, man.
Oh, yeah,
he's such a good looking dude. He does not age.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
It's fucking ridiculous. He's been around since the 1800s. And
Charlie Sheen's going to die soon. He got AIDS.
Or if he's still pounding drugs the way he used to.
I don't know, man. He's really been out of the limelight since he announced that he was HIV positive.
Right, yeah. Gotta duck around that a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, just a few short months after discovering this new world of cannibalism, Armin posted this message in one of his chat rooms named Cannibal Cafe. He said, I'm looking for a young, well-built man aged 18 to 30 to slaughter.
Jeez. Not only to kill, but to slaughter. Like, that's so, graphic.
You can probably imagine he didn't get many people that replied to this ad. Like I said, though, he didn't get many that responded, but that means that some people did, in fact, respond.
Sure.
Several men, in fact, actually did respond, but the first one to take action was a young man by the name of Borg Jose, and I believe
Borg. Man, I wouldn't fuck with someone named Borg.
My name is Borg. I want you to try and eat my butt. I have a rape fantasy where I save myself from a cannibal.
That is really that's like a German or Russian name if I've ever heard one before.
Yeah. In fact, Borg agreed to go to Armin's house to be eaten. He said, "This is the one for me. I'm going over there." And that was Armin's fantasy all along. He wanted to have sex with a guy, kill him, and then eat his body.
Okay.
But the thing for Armin was, part of this fantasy, is he wanted a willing participant. He wanted someone that wanted to die and that wanted to be eaten.
Okay.
Is that cool or what?
That's two big check marks there. You gotta be able to cross off.
Finding your soulmate was hard. Try
Right.
finding a gay guy that wants to die and be eaten. It's tough to do, but Armin did it. He did it in the Cannibal Cafe. It was
So when you think that there's nobody out there in the world for you, just think about this.
You're just in the wrong fucking chat room.
Yeah. Maybe you need to be eaten.
Try one of those teenage chat rooms.
Let us know how that goes.
Yeah. We'll put money on your books after you get arrested, you piece of shit. Now, like I said, several men did respond, but Borg Jose said, "I'm the one that you're looking for." In fact, Borg agreed to come to Armin's house to be eaten. That plain and simple. Borg agreed to be slaughtered and eaten.
Sure.
While Armin had him laid out and restrained on his dining room table, Borg told Armin, he said, "I feel sick. I don't feel well." Armin released him from the restraints and let him walk free from the home without any pressure at all.
Huh.
He said,
"What a man.
You're free to go home. You didn't want to do it." Well, like, if I'm laying there, if I say, "Okay, Rob Dog, I want you to fucking cut my butthole out of my body, put it in a hot dog bun with some relish and mustard, and I want you to eat my ass like it's the last ass you'll ever eat.
Wear my asshole like a monocle."
I want you to kill me first, though, and I'm laying there on the slaughter table. There's gonna be some regret, for sure.
Yeah.
But the fact that this guy, Borg Jose, used the excuse that he didn't feel well, of all the excuses to use.
He could just be like, "Yeah, I don't want to go through this anymore." He's like, "I got a tummy ache."
No, I mean, it's not the...
Hey, I mean, it's one of those things. Maybe it's one of those, like I said, where maybe the thought of it was one thing, but then when it actually came down to the act, he was like, "Nah, man, I'm not about this anymore."
But like, he could have said, "Yeah, man, I don't want to do this." But he said, "I don't feel well."
I had a boner at the thought of it, but then once I got tied down, that's gone now.
And Armin said, "Well, I don't want to eat no sick dude."
Yeah.
Get me sick. That's good. That's good.
Hey.
That's good hygiene right there. Armin immediately agreed to set him free, and Borg left without losing an appendage or dying that night. So good for him. Later in an interview...
Rock Turner doesn't even have that kind of control.
Oh, don't do that. Don't get him all riled up, dude. Later in an interview, Armin said that he could never slaughter or cannibalize someone that didn't want to be eaten. What a fucking guy,
Right.
like I said.
Yeah.
The final man to reply to Armin's internet message was Jurgen Brandes.
Okay.
Brandes. That's a German name as well.
Jurgen is like the most like uber German name. That's
one of them.
That's like the final evolution of Germans. Jurgen.
Brandes was a 43-year-old bisexual engineer who wrote to Armin on the February 14th of 2001 saying that he
on Valentine's Day
would agree to be eaten. They exchanged various nasty emails, sending nudie pictures back and forth of
hell yeah
different crop circles that they shaved into their pubical regions, discussing the best way in which he should be eaten and his body, how it would be used afterwards. Brandes even suggested that his skull could be used as an ashtray.
Huh, okay.
He was about it.
Sounds like it.
Now, March 9th, about a month later, was the special day. I think they went to...
They moved kind of fast, a month.
They did.
Wow.
To be eating and fucking each other?
Yeah.
Sure. So they met at a train station, I do believe, and when they initially met, there wasn't much of a conversation because Armin said there was so much going on. There was hustle and bustle at the train station. But once they got in the back of the cab, he said that this Brandes fellow immediately started grabbing his wiener and trying to get him to rock up a little bit so they could get it all hot and heavy when they got home.
Okay.
When they got back to Armin's home, his mansion, Armin said that as soon as Brandes went inside, he started to strip naked.
Oh, wow.
And Armin said, "What are you doing?" And Brandes says, "I want you to look at your dinner."
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
It's a true story, dude.
That's awesome.
It's in the interview. He said, "I want you to admire your dinner."
Wow.
"You're going to eat my butt cheek, aren't you?"
How sexy is that?
That's very sexy.
You stare into my butthole.
Look
at it.
You like to look at your food in the eye before you eat it? I don't like to do blowjobs. They're nasty. I don't feel well. That's what I would have said. I just started puking all over myself. Hey, Brandes went to Armin's home in Amstetten, and after having sex, Brandes swallowed. He waited till they were done having sex to do this. Swallowed numerous, I think it was 20 sleeping pills.
Oh, God.
An entire bottle of Vicks cough medicine and some schnapps.
That's Germany for you.
Before Armin proceeded to amputate Brandes' wiener, he amputated his penis for the pair to eat together.
Yummy.
They're going to eat the dick together.
Yummy.
They agreed to film the entire gruesome slaughter.
You think they Lady and the Tramped it? Like they started each at one end?
I don't think it was... well, there's a very detailed account of what happens with the dick from this point.
Oh, okay, cool.
They did not Lady and they'll tramp it. They did not do a good job with the dick.
Damn.
Like I said, they agreed to film the entire gruesome slaughter. The first knife, they started sawing on his dick with it, and they realized that the first knife was entirely too dull to get the job done. So there they are with a rusty butter knife sawing away on this guy's dick, and nothing's happening. They can't get the dick to come off.
Ooh.
So Armin recalls that he got a second, not a second dick, but a second knife, and the second knife seemed to do the trick. This is a quote from Armin. He said, he screamed horribly, but it was short. The scream, not the dick.
The dick.
Maybe 20 to 30 seconds. Armin recollects in the documentary showing no emotion. Quote, "The blood was squirting from the open wound similar to a fountain." Oh, that's really good and tasty.
The last place you want to see a fountain of blood squirting out of.
At this point, they agreed to eat the dick together.
Weird.
Brandes is like, "You're not eating my dick without me."
Are you going to share?
That's my dick. So Armin blanched the dick.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what it means to blanch?
At least he seasoned it, too.
You know what it means to blanch something? Like you
boil it, yeah.
And then you take you skim all the impurities off the top of the water. So he boiled the dick, and he seasoned it with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. I got it mixed up here. Unfortunately, they both agreed that the dick that they had, they didn't eat all of the dick at first.
Okay.
They cooked approximately half of the dick of the wiener. So they cooked the first half of the dick, and they proceeded to feed Brandes a bite of his own dick.
Okay.
And he took a bite.
Here's what I want to know first off.
Oh, God.
I don't know, maybe he could answer this. If you cut off an erect penis...
No. Does not stay hard.
Okay.
That motherfucker loses blood, Jack.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Game over.
That's true.
Game over. We can try it. If you can work a chub up, I could probably cut it.
Yeah. I don't feel well.
I don't feel good. Gotta go. So they feed the dick to Brandes, and
that would be the most depressing dick ever if you cut my dick off soft.
There is not much to eat here, I know. This is your dick, so... you can only get mad at yourself. So he feeds him the dick, and Brandes can't swallow the dick because it's too chewy.
I would imagine, yeah. That sounds about right. Like chewing on an umbilical cord. You cut the kids' umbilical cords, right?
Only once.
It's the weirdest thing. It's really weird.
It's really spongy. It's
like cutting like a big gummy bear. It's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of weird texture, hard but soft. Weird.
Like a stale gummy bear.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly what it's like. We used to go to see my grandma in the nursing home when I was a kid. She was bedridden when I was little. I didn't really know her that well.
Mm-hmm.
But she would always give me her bingo money. And I remember when I started to get a little bit older, in order for me to get the bingo money, they would make me chew the corns off the bottom of her feet.
Oh, no, don't do that to me.
Yeah, that's what they would make me do.
Okay.
It is yucky.
Yeah.
No, I used to take my spelling test to her, and she would get, God rest her soul. I'd take my spelling test to her, then she would give me her bingo money. And that's really the only memory of any of my grandparents that I had. I never really met any of them. Kind of Grandpa Uncle Pork Knuckle. I don't know if he was necessarily blood, but a different story.
Right.
So Brandes can't swallow his own dick. He says, this dick tastes terrible. I thought my dick would taste much better than this. This dick is really, really chewy. He, quote, this is from Armin. He said, he tried to eat it. He was disappointed that he couldn't. It was not edible. Okay. Not to be a quitter, Armin went back to the kitchen and attempted to fry the other half of the dick. He put some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder on it, and he fried the dick. Well, the motherfucker couldn't cook because he burnt the second dick so bad that it was completely not edible at all. Like,
man, low and slow, buddy. Come on.
Didn't even try and eat the other half of the dick that he burned it so bad. That's like you leave a pizza in the oven too long.
Yeah, right.
I would think that. So it happened today. I was making my daughter lunch. I got sidetracked. I let it cook a little too long, but it was still okay. But I would have to imagine if I was cooking a dick, it would be the main focal point of my day.
You would think.
I'd be really excited to get that dick right. To get that dick cooked real good. How good you gonna cook that dick? I'm gonna cook that dick so good.
Might even break out the air fryer for it.
You gonna suck that dick? No, I'm gonna eat that dick. I'm gonna chew on that dick. So they burnt the dick because they're a bunch of dickheads. And the fucking air left the room at this point because there they are. They're sitting there, and they're like, "We did all this.
It's so awkward."
So you're like, your dick's gone now. We didn't even really get to eat it like we wanted to. What's next? Because he's just kind of, the air has left the room at this point because they fucked the dick up. They burnt the dick.
It tasted like shit.
It was too chewy.
Not even because it was just in Armin's ass, but
he said, because they did have sex before this.
True.
I didn't read that part, but they did have vigorous sex before this.
Yeah. I think you read it.
Okay, yeah. After having sex, he swallowed numerous pills and okay. So the dick might have had a little bit of shit on it. That's an excellent explanation from Rob Dog.
Sure.
Excellent commentary. The dick could have had shit on it. If you've ever eaten a shitty dick, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Did it ruin the experience?
Was it nutty?
Was there a corn?
Yeah.
A corn on it.
There's going to be corn tomorrow. God. So Brandes is losing large amounts of blood at this point from the dick he had removed from his body. Brandes lays bleeding to death in the bath over the next 3 hours because Armin drew him a bath, proceeded to leave him in the bath, and sat in the next room and read a Star Trek book. Oh, what a fucking dork. So you get a dork is a dick. Yeah. He's a dork. 10 hours went by and Brandes still wasn't dead, but I'm assuming he probably wished he'd been fucking dead at this point. You're like, you cut my dick off, but I'm still hanging on, buddy.
Oh, man.
I can't stop hanging on. So Armin, being the noble, incredible guy that he was, decided to put Brandes out of his own memory by slitting his throat, stabbing him in the throat multiple times, thus finally killing him. Quote from Armin says, "My friend enjoyed dying. Death. I only waited horrified for the end after doing the deed. It took so terribly long. I prayed and kissed him on the mouth. I picked up the knife, you can see it on the video, then laid it aside. I asked myself whether I should pray to the devil or God. I prayed to God for forgiveness. I picked up the knife, and after hesitating some more, I cut his throat with it." Armin hung Brandes' lifeless body on meat hooks and proceeded to cut the flesh into sizable chunks and grind the bones into flour. Whatever process he used to cut the body up, he learned someplace online. So he wasn't going into this thing blind. somehow he found some type of tutorial on the internet of how to chop up a fucking dead body. And he did a pretty good job at it, I guess. His first meal that he ate of Brandes, it was a piece of rump steak.
Ooh, nice.
A piece from his back. He called it a special occasion. Armin laid out candles, his good dinnerware and wine, and he ate the back fat with potatoes and sprouts.
Sprouts. Okay. Sure.
Armin referred to the taste as like pork, but, oh my God, I'm going to puke. He said the taste of it was like pork, but stronger, more substantial. And for all of you gentlemen out there looking, Rob has very substantial pork, so you want to connect with him, and you guys can get that worked out.
Yeah.
The first bite was, of course, this is his quote, the first bite was, of course, very strange. It was a feeling I can't really describe. I spent over 40 years longing for it, dreaming about it. Now I was getting the feeling that I was actually achieving this perfect connection through his flesh.
I think he was jerking off while he was eating.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's a hard wank right there, too.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I was jerking off when I was eating at your house the other night. You didn't see it?
No, I didn't.
It makes it really euphoric. He dismembered the entire body so that he could store the parts in his freezer, which he proceeded to eat over the following 10 months.
Wow. That's good portioning.
That's really good portioning.
Yeah.
That's like a big fucking deer. You can live off that thing for a while.
Wow.
10 months. I'll eat one of my, I'll chop up somebody. Fuck. There's a lot of homeless people around here. You know, they just like go back to the bridge and shoot heroin and stuff.
Sure.
And the family already fucking hates them and stuff. Not all homeless people are like that, though.
No, just around here.
Some people are just homeless because they want to be homeless. They're still, got a good life. They just don't want to. They don't want to have a home.
Live off the radar.
The entire process of Brandes's penis amputation and subsequent death had been recorded on videotape by the pair, and would later be used as evidence against Armin during his trial.
Makes sense.
He put parts of him in the freezer and buried his head in the garden. I figured if you put the head in a soup, it would really give it a nice flavor, but he didn't do that. By November of 2002, Armin had nearly finished his supply of Brandes' frozen flesh and posted another message for a victim on the, posted another message that I'm running out of meat. I gotta meet another man.
I'm so hungry.
I want to meet you to fill my freezer back up. It was seen by an Australian student who reported it to the local authorities. While speaking to the Aussie, Armin made it very clear that this was not his fucking first time killing somebody, chopping them up, and eating them. So this guy went to the police and said, look, this guy seems like he's killed somebody at some point, somewhere, sometime. Y'all need to go check this out.
So this Aussie obviously wasn't about it then.
He was a fucking snitch.
He's
dude.
A fucking poser.
Mm-hmm. He didn't want to have his ass eaten at all.
No, you can't go into these fucking chat rooms and just all of a sudden change your mind, man.
Don't go in there like you're Captain America, like a fucking crusader.
Yeah.
These guys are living their lives. Leave them the fuck alone. On December 11th, 2002, police raided Armin's house and found 15 pounds of Brandes' flesh under pizza boxes in the freezer. Yeah. Oh, man. Where's the honor in that?
Yeah, I think they said something like the freezer had a false bottom.
Okay.
And it was under that.
That was really nice of my wife to come down here and start the washer. That thing is
it's humming, man.
Rattling like it's about to fall off the face of the earth. They also recovered the video that they made of them cutting his dick off and eating it together.
Some damning evidence right there.
So a lot of you are probably thinking, I want to see that fucking video. Well, I scoured the internets today. It's not hard to find. There's 3 still shots from this video.
Okay. But
the video itself has never seen the light of day, and it's alleged since, what's happened to him since then, that the police destroyed the tapes. That's what it's. But
yeah, I remember them saying that they had played the tapes in court, and like the defense attorneys, everybody was like, it was fucking hard to watch.
Yeah, dude. Someone getting their dick cut off.
Hell yeah.
And eating it. They blanched it. That's nasty. I think I'd have rather had the fried dick over the blanched dick for sure.
Wonder if they framed it like a cooking show. Just step by step how to cook it.
It looks like in the still shots of the video, it looks like it's a professional studio setup, like he was making a fucking cooking show. It's really weird.
Hell yeah.
Armin reportedly admitted to what he had done almost straight after his arrest in December of 2002. It took police 7 months to put together a case after going through Armin's computer to trace evidence of his correspondence over the previous few years. They found thousands of images of torture and pornography, and on July 17th, 2003, he was charged with murder. In the end, Armin said neither one of them had their fantasies fulfilled. Quote, "Today I know that what I was doing was wrong," he told the film crew. "The wishes, the fantasies you have, that these could never be fulfilled, that these things you dream about can only be a dream." You would think that this would be an open and shut case for the prosecutors, but that was not the case. Apparently, there are no laws in Germany about cannibalism.
Huh. Better get on that.
Yeah, so at first, on January 30th, so like I said, he was charged with murder. They didn't convict him of murder. He was only convicted of manslaughter, and he was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison for this shit.
Oh, wow.
He had already been out a long time ago.
Yeah, that's not long at all.
The case attracted considerable media attention and started a debate over whether Armin could be convicted at all due to the fact that Brandes had voluntarily taken part in the cannibalism and had entered Armin's house fully aware of his intentions, which is kind of fucking true.
That's very true, yeah.
It also proved problematic for German lawyers who discovered that cannibalism is in fact legal in Germany and subsequently charged Armin with murder for the purposes of sexual pleasure and with disturbing the peace of the dead. At the trial, 19 minutes of the video showing key moments of the crime was shown to the court after reporters and the public were removed. Only a year later, in April of 2005, a German court ordered that there should be a retrial after prosecutors appealed Armin's sentence as being too lenient. I think this is double jeopardy? You can't be
tried twice
for the same crime. This is a separate. Okay. Their argument was that he should have been convicted of murder, not manslaughter, and been given a life sentence. The retrial began on January 12th, 2006, where prosecutors questioned the actual reasoning for Brandes' killing as being a way to satisfy Armin's own sexual desires rather than obliging Brandes' his request.
Okay.
They also brought to light the fact that Brandes was not capable of making any decisions on that evening because he had consumed significant amounts of alcohol and drugs to numb the pain of his penis amputation.
Well, that's kind of debatable because, I mean, he came there knowing exactly with full intent on what was going to happen.
It's almost like a suicide. It's not illegal to commit suicide.
True.
I feel like that's what this guy was doing.
Yeah.
So in 2006, May of 2006, they convicted Armin of murder and changed his initial 8.5 years sentence to life imprisonment.
Ooh.
According to a report in October of 2007 by German newspaper Bild Zeitung, Armin was helping investigators in the analysis of 2 suspected cannibal murders from 1998 and 2000, in which 2 young boys were found horribly mutilated, possibly by the same murderer. Upon entering prison, Armin became a vegetarian, worked in the prison library, and joined a prisoners group which stands for Green Party politics.
Wow, that's like a complete 180.
They say that he is exceptionally remorseful for his crime, that he's very well-educated, very smart, and very polite, and he did not, he obviously didn't want to be incarcerated for the rest of his life because he was just doing something that this guy wanted to do with him.
Sure.
And they said he's extremely remorseful, very polite, very well-mannered, very well-spoken. Upon, also he, and this is good as well. Armin rejected substantial offers from film companies and publishers to bring his story to the big screen and has instead assigned the global rights to his story to Stump's Hamburg-based company Stumpfwerk for no charge on the condition it gives an accurate account of his case.
Huh.
So he could have made a lot of money selling his story, but he decided that, you know what, I'm going to do the right thing.
He's no longer eating butt cheeks.
I'm not going to eat a wiener anymore.
He'll eat a leaf of lettuce out of someone's ass crack, but he's not going to eat their ass crack.
He's a vegetarian now.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah. Good for him, man.
Well, he's in prison for the rest of his life.
He's going to be there forever, yes. Until he dies, which, I mean, that's probably a good call.
Yeah, man. That's a weird one right there.
Yeah.
Weird story, but even more weird that guy wanted to have all that stuff done to him. It was kind of his game.
How do you know if you want it done if you don't try it at least once?
Feel you, dude.
Fortunately, you only get one try at it. So. And he couldn't even eat his own dick. What a waste of a dick.
Well, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Rob Dog.
Yeah.
What do you think your pee-pee would taste like?
Severe depression.
Severe depression.
I don't know.
Mine would taste like biscuits and gravy. Bob Evans down on the farm. You like Bob Evans biscuits and gravy?
I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Trying to think of what I think mine would taste like.
Licorice?
Black licorice.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, there you go.
Black licorice is the worst. Mine tastes like WAP. No, mine would probably be really salty because I pee on myself a lot. Not cream cheese, I'll tell you that.
Corn chips.
Yeah. All right, so that's the story of Armin Meiwes. Meiwes? I think I got it right.
Yeah, no, it's something like that.
The guy, the German wiener eater. And you would think, oh, that sucks. There's going to be another episode. That's why we're awesome.
Yeah.
We're great.
We do what we can.
So we're going to hurry up, get off here, maybe record a little bit, and then interview very special.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Tell them the good news.
Oh, yeah.